This episode has been shot on the Insta360 Ace Pro. Stay tuned to find out how you can get a discount on your own Insta360 camera. On this third episode exploring the Boh Yai mines in Kanchanaburi, Thailand, we are installing a decompression habitat for the big decompression dive. Unfortunately, nothing seems to be going as planned. We're still in Thailand, exploring the Boh Yai mine system. I had the amazing opportunity to join world-renowned exploration divers on an attempt to map the system, and today they are extending the line beyond 100 meters depth. Or at least, that was the plan. When we woke up to some torrential downpours this morning, we thought our plans were being challenged by the elements. But exploration, by its very nature, is to go where others may find it difficult to go. That's exactly why we find ourselves in the Kanchanaburi province, right on the border with neighboring Myanmar, and far away from any logistics.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode on the DiveSAGA channel. We are still in Kanchanaburi in Thailand, and today, incredibly exciting stuff, we are installing a decompression habitat for some of the exploration divers who are trying to extend the mine here in the Boh Yai mining complex. Let's go!
Luckily, the sun is out once again, and base camp is bustling with preparations for the big day. Equipment is being checked, trucks are being loaded, dozens upon dozens of bailout cylinders are being filled, and breakfast is ready for an action-packed day. That's the rules. You gotta film everything. It's okay, that's really a problem for future me during editing when I just have hours and hours and hours of...
That's not a GoPro?
No, this is an Insta360
Ace Pro. In fact, all of these episodes are shot almost entirely on the Insta360 Ace Pro. That's because, to me, this is the perfect action camera. It has a slightly larger sensor than most, and it's incredibly performant in low light environments, such as the Boh Yai mines where we are shooting right now. In fact, most people are super surprised when they ask me what these episodes are shot on, and it's this. So I put a link below. You can pick up your own Insta360 camera at a discount that supports the channel, and I want to thank explicitly Insta360 for all the support they're giving us for making this show a reality.
As mentioned, my team's objective for the day is fairly straightforward. In essence, this water container with the bottom cut out for access needs to be taken into the mine, tumbled upside down, lifted against the ceiling and filled with air, so that when the push divers emerge from the depths for their decompression, they have a dry place to rest, warm up and even eat and drink. Sounds simple enough. Along with the rest of the team, I get to sign the habitat. And with the approval of Tiger the base camp dog, we fine-tune the plan and desired position of the habitat. We lift the habitat into one of our trucks and set course for the Boh Yai mine to start the final phase of our operation, to extend the lines.
So we are pushing now past 100 meters depth in this mine, and that's when the habitats, decompression habitats, come like handy. And they're mainly made for emergencies. If you, for example, your dry suit leaks and you're gonna spend 5, 6, 7 hours with the leaky dry suit, even if the temperature is 22 in these mines, you will get cold. So it's a great idea to get your upper body in the dry section, which means the habitat. Also for unlikely scenarios like in water recompression or just spending your long time at 6 meters, you can eat and eat and drink and have a little break of the water climbing in a habitat. That's why they're there.
Today's dive site is actually a different mine shaft than the one in the previous 2 episodes. Both shafts are relatively close together, but completely different in appearance. There is a suspicion that they might eventually connect to one another on a deeper level, but so far, surveys have not found this connection.
If you're a loyal viewer of the DiveSAGA channel, then you know I always say the crazier the entrance to the dive site, usually for me the better, more exciting the dive. We have another really high ranking dive site in that regard. Super cool. Let's unload the habitat.
Okay, Taka, good.
So while Takashi and Mika are gonna install the habitat, all I have to do is be the cameraman. But we'll see. Yeah, again, such a cool environment. Yeah, there's something about mines. I think exactly because it's man-made that makes it so eerie but magical in a way. Anyway, we gotta gear up and then we have a habitat to install so Mikko and Patrick can push their 100-meter depth.
Mikko mentioned it earlier, but the water is about 22 degrees Celsius in these mines. Nevertheless, we are wearing dry suits, both because the dives can be long and because, after all, it is a decommissioned mine and you never truly know what's present in the water. We submerge the habitat as far as we can before putting on our diving equipment. But the trade-off is of course that the visibility will be reduced to near zero. And since the mine shaft slopes down from here, all that sediment will likely follow us to the installation site. After thorough dive checks, customary before every overhead dive, we are ready to start. It is immediately clear that the metal reinforcement of the container is very heavy to one side, which makes it difficult to control the habitat. Rather than lifting, the better strategy seems to use this unevenly distributed weight to our advantage and roll it over the floor. Once we reach deep enough water, it's possible to keep the habitat somewhat neutrally buoyant. I say somewhat because the slightest movement lets the air escape out of the container and rolls her right back onto the floor. I know this looks like it should be easy, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Nevertheless, we managed to get the habitat to approximately the right position. The idea is that this particular one can be used when the divers are on their 6-meter decompression stop, so we measure the depth near the ceiling where the habitat should eventually be secured. We put some more gas in the habitat and float her up, but the metal structure on the bottom is heavy and wants to be the lowest point, blocking the entrance we had created. When we try to turn her over, gas escapes and she plummets right back to the floor, reducing the visibility in the process. Again, I know this looks easy, but in a confined space with not much room to work and limited options for communication and coordination, lifting and controlling a big solid structure like this is anything but straightforward. We try again. A common issue in emergency situations is tunnel vision. Tunnel vision can occur when divers in distress put all their attention on one perceived problem. But it can also occur when divers keep dedicating all their resources to a solution that is no longer effective. Although we are obviously not in an emergency, the decompression divers do depend on this habitat being ready and available in a few hours from now. The last thing we want to do is overshoot our time schedule and fail to deliver by focusing on the wrong technique. So we decide to head out and source some additional lifting devices to get the job done in time. As we head out of the cloud of disturbed sediment and into clearer waters, I hear a loud rumbling noise. A bit like the bubbles gushing against the ceiling, but much louder and with much stronger vibrations. For a moment, I wonder if our efforts had perhaps upset the structural integrity of the mine, but I know that's not likely. As we surface, the decompression team, which was just about to get ready to start their push dives, urges us to exit the water rapidly and follow them into the vehicles to the other mine shaft we mapped yesterday. A third team that was getting ready to enter the water for a training dive encountered an unusual phenomenon. The water in these mine shafts is supposed to be stagnant, but right now it is acting strange. The water inside these mines is not supposed to move like this. Despite the decades of knowledge present in the team, the cause is anyone's guess.
But if there's something seismic going on, or whatever, that caused the whole thing, might be a bit more fragile than we were thinking.
In the lower levels, when we go to the upper levels, the gas was going through the floors.
Yeah, no,
From everywhere.
limestone. But if it collapses underwater, it shouldn't make that kind of wave, does it?
Like that. It could.
So what do you think happens?
I have no idea. Never happened. Never seen in the mine water level going up and down that fast. So I think maybe a collapse somewhere. Scary.
As we head back to our dive site, local expert Boh comes with news.
Earthquakes. Now we know at least. So they're afraid that you guys being here.
อยู่บ้านมั้งมันจะมีพักนึงอะ
He could feel the checking after checks.
เต็มกว่ามีความเจนนั้นเพราะว่าไอ้สันบอกว่าปกรุงเทพมันนั่นหรอ
Abu Yai said that
ไอ้ที่ไหน
the Bangkok people feel the epicenter is in Myanmar. So they want us to go out. Steps. Safety first. Yes. Out. Go.
As mentioned earlier, we are right on the border with Myanmar, and an earthquake measuring 7.7 on the Richter scale, wreaking havoc as far east as the Thai capital of Bangkok, has cost the lives of over 3,000 people and injured another 5,000. We will need to put the project on hold for now, but in light of today's tragedy, knowing hundreds of people won't be coming home tonight, what does it matter? We are lucky that we can figure it out tomorrow.